man. Y'all ain't nothing done it. Oh, no, hell no. Y'all ain't nothing done it.
So yeah, folks, in closing, I didn't go to law school to get shackled. I didn't become a journalist to get shackled. You didn't smoke weed to get shackled, all right? So we're gonna break them free.
Over there, WCWC over there, Washington Cannabis Workers Club. They're putting in work. They're one of our main sponsors of this cannabis, this Cantanna festival, and they have some words for them. So show your love for the WCWC, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, everybody, we are the Washington Cannabis Workers Club, WCWC, and we have sponsored this event because we are all about the culture and all about making things good for cannabis consumers, workers, and owners in Washington State. So, hopefully you've stopped by our booth by now and come and talk to us. But what we're trying to do is create a cannabis industry bill of rights, right? So we noticed that after 10 years of legalization in Washington State, there's a lot of problems still with the industry, right? There's states that are legalizing right now that have way better laws and way better equity than we do. And so what we did is we went out and we surveyed the industry. We went to every single store that we could get an address for, and we went in there with surveys, said, hey, we'll get you Cantanna Fest tickets. If you fill out this survey, give it to your customers, give it to the owners, management. We want to hear from you what you think needs to be changed, right? We got hundreds of responses, compiled the data, and found out that everybody's on the same page. And there's a lot that needs to be changed. So we ended up with 20 bills on this Bill of Rights. One thing that was really encouraging and really awesome to see from the community is that equity, making things right for people that were harmed by the war on drugs, is number one. So number one of our list is release all individuals incarcerated for cannabis convictions in Washington State. Some of you might be surprised that after 10 years of legalization, there's still people in prison in this state for cannabis possession, even just simple possession. So that has got to change. We've got seek immediate pardons from the governor for all remaining cannabis convictions. So the governor of Maryland just pardoned 175,000 cannabis convictions in the state of Maryland. And they're just barely got legal, right? So we need to catch up. Lots of other things on here, like social consumption, right? We're at a festival, we're having a good time. We can drink beer, but we can't smoke. So. Hello. It's wrong. So there's a lot of rights on here. There's 20, home growing, access to banking and capital, so many things that could be improved, so many things that other states are already doing that Washington's not doing. So we need to let them know that this is what we want and what we need. So we plan to go to Olympia in 2025 and start demanding and talking to legislators about what we need. But the only way they're going to listen to us is if there's a big group of us, right, showing up and making noise and tell them we need this. So we need you to join us. Come over there, sign up, give us your email, and let's do this. Let's change the industry. So I'm excited. So, yeah. Oh, and we're giving out. So today, if you sign up, give us your email, you get one of these concert t-shirts. It has the lineup from both days. Cantanna Fest, I think it's the only concert shirt here. So come get one. Come talk to us, get some tattoos, some face painting if you have a kid, or if you're a kid at heart and want your face painted.
Which location is printed on it?
Exactly. So, I want to pass it off to some of our partners and friends from Black Excellence in Cannabis. Yeah, you guys might know them or heard of them. They basically brought social equity to cannabis in Washington State. So I'm going to give them the mic. This is Peter Manning.
Hey, thank you, Amirah. Hey, let's give it up for WCWC. They made this happen. My name is Peter Manning, Black Excellence Cannabis. We are responsible for bringing 204 licenses to Black and brown people in the state of Washington. That kicked in this year. We got a whole bunch of work to do. As she stated earlier, we can drink beer, but we can't smoke weed. I was at an event. It was an all-white event up north. It was a farm. We smoked weed. We drank. We did everything. No LCB. It's like when we have, this is community. Okay, this feels good. This energy is good. We're all here, different nationalities and all that. We can do this. We don't need an overseer telling us when and what we cannot do. This is what we got to get away from. The LCB's here. They're monitoring our movements to make sure there's no pot smoke, but they're not doing it anywhere else. We need to change that. We don't need to be policed on something that grows naturally, that we don't abuse. We don't harm people when we smoke it or we consume it. We're not doing anything felonious or anything under the pot. But alcohol, it's a different story. We all know that. This has got to change. The stigma about cannabis needs to change. First, we need to get equity in this market, in this industry. And it takes all of us as a community, just not black, just not brown. It takes white folks too. We all got to stand together. Thank you.
Sup, sup!
Give it up for Peter Manning right here. My name is Christopher King, and in 1990, I decided to become a lawyer and a journalist. Well, I was already a journalist, but I decided to become a lawyer and a journalist to help people, common people, like us. And so what I've seen in those years, I've seen a lot of things I don't like. And I've never seen a situation with an agency that troubles me as much as what I see with the Liquor and Cannabis Board here. It's a fact. And we're not going to talk about it right now. But you follow me. You can find me through Black Excellence in Cannabis, or you can find me through Jacob Stone on Facebook. My name is Christopher King. My YouTube videos are King Cast. You can find me there if you run that plus cannabis. But what I'm telling you is, it's a miracle that we all got here together. How many of you had trouble tracking the movements of this meeting? Right? Well, there's a reason for that. And the reason is cronyism and corruption. And we're going to address that. Just follow me. We'll talk about it. Big things are happening in the future. Because how many, raise your hand if you want to be ignorant. Who here woke up this morning and said, I'd like to stay ignorant? Yeah, I don't see any hands going up. Okay, all right, so since we know this, stay with us and you'll be educated. And keep on doing what you do, keep loving each other, and keep reading and watching. Because we have to turn this around. And that's all I'm going to say at this meeting. Thank you.
Who you be?
And enjoy yourself, please. It's God's will. Enjoy yourself.
And so come out to our booth, get a copy of the Bill of Rights, talk to us about it. And we are signing up premium members. That comes with added benefits. It's a paid membership, but it will help us fundraise and get money to, fly you guys out, drive you up, get you hotels so you can come to Olympia with us and we can fight for this stuff.
Say your name!
Because when we fight, we win. When we fight,
We win!
hell yeah. All right, thank you guys for your time. I'm gonna pass it back to Redman.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, show your love for the WCWC movement out there, Washington Cannabis Workers Club. They're doing big things for the cannabis industry. Like I said, we are all 10 toes down for the industry, and it's not just us. It's other platforms like the Last Prisoners Project. There's so many platforms that's 10 toes down for this cannabis industry to sustain it the right way it should be and give the plant back to the people. Because at the end of the day, the plant is for the people. So one more time, show your love for the WC movement out there, Washington Cannabis Workers Club. Show your love. Show your love. That's right. They say, woo.
So I'm with Angela and Michael right here, and we do things with zeal. and they are associated with the folks doing the video for this production, this event, and we had a very real talk about what's going to go down soon in the world of cannabis. The lawsuits against the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board for the hegemony, for the Sherman Act violations, the racism, the hatred of the white co-ops, all of it. The rampant abuses of black and brown, and the cronyism for people like Widmer, for people like Ian Eisenberg, and then moving this event, you know, because it was WACA and LCB that conspired to move this event like 4 different times until it wound up here. That's the backstory. We're going to talk about it. Peace.
And you're here to bring passion and healing to the world. That's zeal.
Yes, sir.
Cultivating zeal.
Yes.
That's what we're all doing.
With truth to power, baby.
Yes, sir.
Truth to power. That's what's up. I love it. Well, we're here with King Cast Lifestyle and the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board, and I'm drinking a beer at a cannabis event. Isn't that interesting how that happens? Just think about it.
Now, I am not anti-alcohol, but, you know, look at the lunacy of this. They've got, you know, they're nannying the heck out of us. You can't even smoke the herb, you know, at these events, but you can get sloshed. It's ridiculous. And, you know, you've got people coming in there who were never even about the herb, right? But they're just, you know, millionaires now and drinking a lot of beer and making money. And it's just repugnant. It's activity that is inimical to the value of the weed.
Except that quick the bill, burn a cap, had a grill, interstate 65.